Hey guys, it's Wednesday night here in the Philippines and it is Thanksgiving Eve. So, as I mentioned on Monday, what I'm doing today is a little different. Still a chase car day, it has one chase car involved, but it's the top 10 cars that I'm most thankful to have put in my collection this past year. It's a little bit too hard to think of the top 10 that I'm most thankful for across the board from the past 4 years that I've been back into collecting. So I just narrowed it down to 10 cars from this year, and it was actually quite hard to do too. And some of them, most of them, you've seen before. I think about three of them you have not seen. If you're a new subscriber, you may not have seen any of them yet. And the one we have in front of us here is from Mini GT. And this is one that we just recently looked at about maybe 3 weeks ago. And I'm very, very thankful to have this in my collection because this is very hard to find even here in Asia. They've only made 3,000 pieces, and even the one local distributor for Mini GT didn't even get these. Or if they did, they were sold out before they hit the shelves, so they didn't have any extra. And actually, the hobby shop that I pre-ordered from, I did not think I was going to make the cutoff, but I did, luckily. So these will probably go down as like one of the most sought after Mini GT cars of 2020. It's their regular Liberty Walk kit, the original one that they did in the first variants of the GTR with the high wing. And then it comes with police livery on it though. Which is really cool, and that boomerang-shaped Japanese police department light bar. And it also comes with two very attractive ladies in police wear. As you can see, I zoomed in there on the car and the girls. The car is very sweet. A nice piece to add. I'm a bigger fan of the Pandem kits, as you guys know from the last video we did over the weekend, but I still love the Liberty Walk stuff, or Liberty Works, some people call it. But as you can see, this is a very, very sweet car. Very nicely done, as usual with Mini GT stuff. Your intercooler, your acrylic headlights, the flexible but not too flexible like usual, so these are a little more rigid type mirrors you have to kind of be careful with. And then this has the, I think, Forgiato wheels, or Forgiato, however they pronounce their G, not sure on that. They may be slightly different than your usual ones. And then, as you can see, you got your police on the back, your Liberty Walk license plate, and so forth. I'm not going to go over it too much because we just did this. And if you guys want to see it in more detail, please check out my video with this one and the black C8. So there you go. Some eye candy with the girls, and one has her right hand out, one has her left hand out, so I kind of put them together like they're holding hands there next to the Police GTR. How sweet, huh? So the next one we're going to do is a pretty common one that just came out recently globally to everyone. And let me kind of zoom back out to our regular camera angle. That way we can get a broader look at the scenery. So this one is the Auto World Square Body, the K10, the lifted one. This one I love, and actually I thought I was going to be a fan of the black and red more, but I really dig this blue and white. So this one I'm really, really thankful to have got here because of the fact that these were not even supposed to make it here. Like the one hobby shop that usually gets all the square body stuff for me did not make the cutoff for these. I'm not even sure he tried, to be honest with you. But I got lucky and found them on our local shopping network from another local hobby shop that I usually do business with, but I didn't think he was doing anything with the square bodies. So I was very, very thankful to get this one and the red and black one. So I just acquired these about maybe a month ago. And yeah, once again, I'm very, very happy to have these in my collection. Because as I said, I didn't even think they were going to make it to the Philippines. So, next, let's go ahead and unbox something here, guys. And it's going to be another square body. And this one you haven't seen me unbox yet, but I'm sure you've seen a bunch of them because it's a Walmart exclusive. So we don't have Walmarts here. And there it is, your 83 Chevy Silverado 4x4 Boulevard from Walmart. And I was like considering paying like $20 or $25 for this truck just to get it because there was only one place that had them here. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of people started getting them here, and I was able to acquire this thing for $9, and not only one, but 6 of them. So I went all out with these because if I was in the States, I would have hoarded a few of them too. I would have got them to do base swaps with other Silverados coming out. So I am going to do a base swap whenever I get my hands on a drill to swap out the base on the Borla shop trucks, and then this one. So we don't even have to open this one. I've got one already opened, and I did get one, maybe 2 of these for friends for Christmas here that are also big square body fans, and one of them actually has a 1-to-1 square body nicely done up. So I got him one for Christmas because I know that it's not a regular item you'll find on the store shelves here. So was really stoked to get these, but to get them for the price that I got them for here. So $9 is not too bad considering I think they're like $6 each or $5 each at Walmart if you can even find them. Then if you're forced to buy them from Evil Bay or eBay, however you want to call them, you're going to pay probably at least $10 for them. So I did not mind one bit at the $9 each. So anyways, that's another one that I was really happy to get. And compare them together, the Outer World and the Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels is still cool, even though it's a little bit too big, too blockish, and things like that to be 100% accurate for a square body. But hey, still one of my favorites. Love the Hot Wheels casting. And the Outer World I do like a little bit more. But hey, it's still, the Hot Wheels is still one of my favorites. So still love the Hot Wheels, even though it's a little big and bulky compared to an actual true to scale square body. But as I said, still a great, great car. So we didn't really unbox there, but hey, I got one hanging on my wall. I've got one loose. I've got a couple in my drawer now. And then, as I said, I've got a couple more for gifts. So worked out great. So I was really thankful for that because I got some Christmas shopping done for friends at the same time as acquiring a truck that I had been really wanting to buy, but I just didn't want to pay that $20 for. So that's 3 of our vehicles, and one of them, as I said, is new. You haven't seen that square body from Hot Wheels yet, at least not from me. Another one that is pretty common that you probably see everywhere, but I was also stoked to get it here. But we do get most of the team transporters here. But this is one that I was really, really happy to get my hands on because I'm a big fan of old school race cars. So like my primary 3 things I guess I collect are vintage racing cars, old school race race cars like drag racing, Trans Am, NASCAR, and such. Then Mopar muscle and trucks. So when I seen this set and when it was coming out, I was really happy to see it. Just hoping I would be able to get one. The next one that I'm kind of excited about is that Hemi Dart, the pink one that's out now in the States. We're still waiting for our arrival here. We have not got them yet in the Philippines. So that one I'm kind of excited about. But actually, I think I'm a little more excited about the Corvette. The Corvette seems to be a really cool set with that totally enclosed trailer with the flared fendered vet, but it does look like an old school, like I think it was SCCA, like racing, like Trans Am racing or whatever class it was in. Just reminds me of those type of vehicles. Looks really cool. But this one, once again, up till today, being the 25th of November, this is my favorite team transporter this year, or the one that I'm most thankful to have. So really cool with the 76 livery, and you guys probably always see this, like when we don't have the Christmas theme going on, he's always sitting on the side road over there next to Mr. Norm's. So yeah, it's one that you commonly see in my videos as like a, I guess you could say like a fill-in, like kind of car to do its like cameo appearances in the videos. Now, the next one on my top 10 thankful list is another Superbird, and this one I just picked up about 3 weeks ago, and I was 100% happy to find this one because I've been after it for a long time. I was actually trying to sell my double of my Smoky Unique Chevelle, but I had come across somebody that said they had something that may interest me, so I had this loose 66 vintage racing Smoky Unique Chevelle, and he said he had the Superbird, Richard Petty Superbird, and it used to be that the Superbird was not worth nowhere near as much as the Chevelle. Well, that's changed over the past year or so. The Superbirds kind of went through the roof. So when he offered to trade me, I was a little bit hesitant, but after looking at the prices, the Chevelle's not worth all that much more than the Superbird, and then the one problem with the Chevelles is when you open them, the paint sticks to the card, or the paint was wet and stuck to the card when they packaged them back in 2012. A lot of them were prone to that, so sometimes that black tampo on the driver's side quarter would come off. I've opened 2 of them, and both of them unfortunately have done that. Not in big areas, just a couple little splotches, and I touched up both of them. So that car was touched up, so I had to take that into consideration too. It is a factory error, but it still is an error that makes it not 100% mint. So I ended up trading for this car here. And once again, extremely happy to get it because I actually have the really hard to find Petty Plymouth from that set, which is the 7D Roadrunner. So I've got the winged one and then the unwinged one. And I would have brought out the Roadrunner, but I acquired it about, I would say, 2 years ago. At least a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I acquired the Roadrunner. So I couldn't add it as this year's top 10 most thankful cars I've acquired. That's even hard to say and put together in a well-structured sentence. So, anyways, the next one will be our chase piece. I've only got one chase piece this year that I'm really thankful to have. I mean, there's a bunch of chase pieces that I've acquired this year, and I'm thankful to have all of them. But really, like, I don't know, like some of them, if I didn't get them, no big loss. But for square bodies, because I'm a square body collector, and I was getting all the M2 Super Chases from Miho when they were available, and I have the Super Treasure Hunt and so forth, so I was really wanting to get an Ultra Red. So the slammed Auto Worlds that were first released, the blue and white and the yellow and white, I didn't get the ultra red of it because it never came here as far as I know. I haven't seen it. Only a minimal supply of those trucks came here. But there was a few cases of the black one and the red and white one. So I was able to acquire an ultra red chase of that. And they did the ultra red chase variant of the black one, which I was really happy because I like the black wall tires, the silver rally wheels and such. So it looks really good. Ultra red interior, white base. So this is the first ultra red of the 4x4 chassis on the C10. The regular 4x4 chassis. Then this is your first very high lift K10, they call it. So anyways, this is a really cool one to have since I'm a chase collector. Well, kind of ex-chase collector. I still collect some chase stuff, but I'm kind of cooling it. That's why I haven't been acquiring a lot of newer pieces, because I have to get everything on the secondary market here, and it gets quite expensive. So I've been laying low on buying chase stuff unless it's something that I really, really love and need to have. Like the Big Kahuna square body the other week we unboxed. That was a must-have. And the Ultra Red Lowriders, those were a must-have. So usually like square body chase stuff from M2 and Auto World are must-haves, but just to buy random anything, I've kind of cooled it on that. So that's why you guys are seeing less and less chase stuff come out from me. But we'll still do like recaps on older stuff, and I will still be getting new stuff. It's not the end of it. It's just not going to be like 3 or 4 new pieces being unboxed every week. So just got a little bit too pricey. So anyways, we'll unbox the last like new one that you guys have not seen yet. So these are the 2 new ones for today, and then the one chase one for today, but we do have one more new one, and this is the one that I was kind of hinting around about on Monday about it being as rare as any chase car, probably more valuable than a lot of my chase stuff. And it is another vintage racing piece. It is the Petty Torino, and I've been looking for this car for about 2 years. The Superbird I've actually come across and passed on because I thought it was too high priced. A couple times I came up on it here, so I passed and thought I would find it again, and luckily I did. So one that I've never had the opportunity yet to buy here is this one, and it's kind of eluded me for a couple of years. Seen it for sale in like group buys and things like this where you had to buy a whole collection of cars to get it, and I just didn't want to do that and didn't have the money to do that. So anyways, I finally came across it for a decent price. As you can see, it has price tag residue. The card's not 100% mint. I've already opened it because I was kind of a little bit skeptical as to paint going to stick on the other side because of like the horror stories, and not only the horror stories but the experiences that I've had, like the Dick Landy Challengers. They're notorious for like half the red on the quarter panel and the Dodge emblem coming off on the driver's side. Then the very expensive black and gold 66 Chevelle, then having bad experiences with both of them. Was a little bit scared of this one, but I know with the AJ Foyt Torino that I unboxed, it didn't have any problems. So this one didn't give me any problems, and I'll take him out. I just taped it closed again, so you guys could see him on the card. But anyways, the only thing I have an issue with on this one is the tampos didn't lay, I guess, really good, or the clear didn't go over so good because it looks really orange pilled on the sides. But it's not too bad. I mean, you get that on some cars with the tampos and such. And I didn't pay the going secondary market price for this car anyways. I still paid a good buck for it, around 80 bucks. I think, well, equivalent to like 75 bucks is what it comes down to. So Still not cheap for just your everyday Hot Wheels Torino, but it is the Vintage Racing Petty Torino, and even loose on eBay, they're going for $100 or better, and then the carded ones are going for anywhere from 150 to $300, depending on like what time of month it is or something. I don't know, but there's a big variation in prices. But minimum carded ones are going for $150. Minimum loose ones are going for $100. So didn't have a problem giving up 75 or $80 for this. And as you can see, it does have a little bit of tampo texture, but hey, no big deal. It's just where the whole tampo is on the side of the cars, and sometimes the clear doesn't lay well, or the tampo doesn't lay well before they clear it or something. This side's a little better, but it's not so bad. As I said, the lighting in this house is really, really good, so it highlights a lot of imperfections on cars, which is good sometimes, but is bad sometimes because I'm kind of OCD about this stuff. So anyways, it makes it where I keep looking at it from different angles and waxing it and stuff like that. That's why the chrome on the door of my 70 Chevelle Super Chase is now tarnished, because I waxed it too much, because I was trying to get rid of the orange pill where they didn't prep the metal right on it. That's why it's not out here actually for the top 10 I'm most thankful for, because I acquired it this year back in I think April or May, and I'm very thankful to have it because it's the first M2 Super Chase ever. But as I said, the passenger door is a little bit goldish looking because it's tarnished from where I was trying to use some rubbing compound and polish compound to get this orange pill look out of the chrome, and it ended up making the clear on the chrome, well, disappear, and then it started tarnishing. So guys, those are our 3 new ones to show you for today. Then, as I said, the 1 chase piece, but we're still only up to 7 pieces. So let's move along here. So next one we unboxed I don't know, maybe not a few months ago, maybe 3 months ago. This is the 2011 Walmart box set Power Wagon. As you can see, no UPC. It was in the box set carded. We've already unboxed it together. I just display some stuff boxed in like Protecto packs, hang them on the wall, because as I said, sometimes I'm running out of shelf space. So I do that. That's why I open packages sometimes gently so I can recard stuff and put them in Protectos and hang them on the wall, or tape them closed and just hang them on the wall. It helps me out with my lack of shelf space. So this is a really badass looking truck. Love this casting from Hot Wheels. Still need to find the green and white one. I have the yellow and black one, but I do want the green and white one from the Garage series, and I wish I could find another pink party one. I used to have it, and I regret getting rid of it, but now those things are going for huge money. So I don't know if I will ever get another one or not, but happy to have this one back in my collection. So definitely love the 70 Power Wagon from Hot Wheels. So this one actually has a really cool paint job, just that Hemi orange. The orange 5-spokes, the black, well, flat black graphics. Matchbox is releasing their, or has already released their D200 with rubber wheels, and it's in their super fast series, I think it is, where it comes with a collector box and such. So that one I'm hoping gets here soon. I want to buy it to have and park it next to that one. I think it would look good because I think it's also like an orange paint job. So another one, and this is from Hot Wheels too. Predominantly they're all from Hot Wheels, believe it or not, with the exception of a couple Auto Worlds and a Mini GT. I don't have anything from M2 or Green Light out here this year. There's some cars I'm thankful to have from those companies, but still predominantly my number one brand I think I'm a big fan of is Hot Wheels, then Auto World and Mini GT. Still love M2 and Green Light, but they're just not top choices this year for the ones that I'm most thankful to have added to my collection this year. So this is your Selections Gasser. And yes, they made a ton of these to the point where they didn't even put a holographic numbered sticker on this. So they made a bunch of these things. But it is a very cool casting. In my opinion, one of the best variants of the 55 Gasser made. And yes, it is open. We opened it a few months back together. And as I pointed out before, is just all the cool little details that this has that none of the others did, like the blue tinted headers, like how real chrome headers turn blue from the heat. That's a cool aspect. It's a totally different base now where you don't have those open holes here, and the bumpers are part, well, the rear bumper is part of the chassis. And then your interior bucket can be a different color, and you don't have to have like black bumpers or whatever. You can have a white interior and still have chrome bumpers because it's part of the chassis now. And then also the wheels and tires, I think, are really killer looking on this. The front wheels and tires are the best combination I think they've ever put on the Gasser. They did this on the Super Treasure Hunt, and that's the only other time they used those front wheels. And I think they look the most accurate. Now, the slicks on this are really cool, too, because they're like cheater slicks from, like, back in the 50s. You could see the grooves on the sidewall to make it look like it has treads, and then it does have grooved slicks. So, really, really cool car. Really nicely done with their details, and then even the vanity plate says dirty, if we can get it to focus. Yeah, dirty. And so it's really, really cool. Love this one. And as I said, it's probably one of my favorite variants of the Gasser that they've made. So, anyways, last but not least, yes, we have 3, 6, and 7, 8, and 9 out here now. So, the last one is also Hot Wheels. It's also RLC, and was really, really happy that one of my friends in Chicago, we call her Tita Joy here, she helped me actually acquire the Gasser and then also my C10. So very grateful to have her as a friend and be able to get me some of the RLC stuff here while I'm not in the States. So she's actually helped me get quite a few RLC pieces here, and I'm very grateful for her and thankful to her for helping me get these items. So that came to me at the exact same time the Gasser did. So I was very, very happy to get this one. This root beer and cream colored C10 with the adjustable suspension. So, a very sweet piece. Now, the next one that I'm anticipating to get my hands on, hopefully it arrives here, is that new Charger that came out. That thing is sweet, the Pro Touring style Charger. Then I guess they have a lowrider Impala coming out this year, 64, so that will be really cool to have too. So RLC is doing some really killer stuff. Mini GT's doing some really killer stuff too. They have a Pro Street Datsun 510 coming up this year, next year, 2021. I think they also have a tubbed Supra coming up too. So they have a lot of wicked drag cars coming up, like stuff that will appeal to like American drag racing Gasser fans, and it's not even an American car, it's the old 510, but it looks really, really killer, the sketches that I've seen. So really excited about that. 2021 seems like it's going to be a great year for diecast, so a lot of cool stuff coming up, and even the releases that are already coming out from Hot Wheels and Matchbox are really cool. There's a really sweet Matchbox 62 Plymouth that's out now, and I can't wait to get my hands on one of them. So guys, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and even if you don't celebrate, even if you're not from America, but still happy Thanksgiving. And this is the top 10 cars that I'm most thankful to have received this year, or was able to purchase and add to my collection. So very thankful to have these 10. So have a great holiday, guys. Be safe. Keep your distance from one another. Even if you go out shopping and you're celebrating with family, try to stay safe and still do your mask, wear your mask and your social distancing thing. And then I will see you this weekend. Not sure what we're doing this weekend, so it'll be a surprise. But thanks for watching, guys. If you have not subscribed yet, please remember to do so. Please give me a thumbs up, and please share the video and tell your friends about my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.